that the creation of human beings was the first in the world of spirits, only in the form of spirits. And that world is known as Alam-e-Arwah. And there is a hadith, Ata al-Arwah un-Junud un-Mujannada. A commitment was taken from all of them. Alastu bi rabbikum qalu bala. And after that, Allah gave the order for all of them to go back to sleep. This was the first death that we experienced. Then came the era of the world of creation. In the world of creation, when a fetus is ready in the womb, there is a hadith from Hazrat Abdullah bin Mas'ud that after the fetus is ready for 4 months, then the order is given to put his spirit into his body. He joined us for the first time, but we were awakened from the sleep of our first death. We have been revived with this life in this world. Now death will come. The body will go back to where it came from. The soul will go back to where it came from. Then you will be returned to Allah. This is the deep point of the philosophy of religion. After this, the subject of Khilafat begins. Its summary is mentioned in the last verse of this Ruku. Huwallazi khalaqa lakum ma fil ardu jamia. Whatever is on the earth is created for mankind. Now comes the subject attached to it. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. And remember when your Lord said to the angels, I have made a caliph on the earth. Now understand the reality of the caliph. Who is a caliph? A deputy. Usually people say that a caliph is after someone's death, but that is not the case in real life. But here it is very easy for us to understand the real reality of man in this world. Consider that 100 years ago Asians were slaves of the British. Our king or queen was in England. There is a wise royal in Delhi. What he does, whatever the order comes from the king or queen, he has to implement without any objection. But if the command is not from the queen, therefore, he should act according to his own opinion and think about what is in the best interest of the kingdom. Same type of relationship is here between Allah with human beings. There is Allah, but Allah has kept itself in the unseen. Allah has hidden itself from everyone. There is a human being on earth. Now the task of a human being is to act upon the guidance that is coming from Allah without any hesitation. Where there is no express guidance, no clear guidance, there he should exercise his best judgment. This is called ijtihad. He should ponder and think, and he should adopt what is most consistent with the spirit of religion. This is the relationship, in fact the relationship between Allah and man, that of caliphate. Now this status has been given to every human being. Potentially every human being is a caliph of Allah. But the one who is a rebel of Allah, who himself has become a rebel of the rule, that is to say, he is a rebel. Now if Shah Jahan was a king, he had a promise of a saint, and the promise of a saint cannot be kept. It rebels in the life of his father. He wants to rule. Then what is that? It is the promise of death. Those who claim to be rulers, although the truth is that killing is obligatory, but Allah has given them time in this world. This is a test. Allah does not kill immediately. Allah does not finish immediately. If this had been decided beforehand, if Allah had not given them time until a certain time, then Allah would have made a decision. But Allah has given time to them. But they are punished, at least that much, and now they are deprived of the right of khilafat. So now there will be khilafat in the world, khilafat-e-Muslimin. Now who considers itself the servant of Allah and follows the guidance of Allah, that person has a right to be caliph of Allah. So these few things must be cleared in the context of the real reality of khilafat. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. And Allah said to the angels, indeed, they are in the way of the caliph. And when your Lord said to the angels, I will create a successor in the earth, they said, will you place in it a person who will cause mischief in it and shed blood? وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قَالَ. And we glorify you with your praise and declare your holiness. إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah said, I know what you do not know. Now the question arises, how did the angels get this idea? Before the creation of man, there were jinn in this world. There was a little authority. They caused mischief, riot in it, and shed blood. That's how the angels think that humans did the same as the jinn did in this world before. But remember, when the word khilafat is used, it means there is some power or authority given. But in the Quran, the word khilafat is never used for jinn. It's only used for humans. So Khalifa does the same role as a wise royal. So when there is authority, there is a chance to be misused. So that is why the angels think that way. But Allah said, I know better than you. I know what I am doing. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. And Allah taught Adam all names. Now there is an opinion in this too, that what most experts mean by this is the name of all objects and knowledge of the reality of these objects. If you analyze it, when the human recognizes something, he establishes a name or term for what he recognizes, and he realizes many facts in his life regarding the term. So he taught all the names that were about to come into existence within the universe. This is potential knowledge. The potential made Hazrat Adam aware of the reality of all this. One is revealed knowledge which Allah gave to him, and other one is acquired knowledge which humans get it owns. He had seen it with his own eyes, and which made the result and how it was made. When the human sees or touches or hears, his body sends a message to his brain, and his brain works like a computer.